Okay guys, we're back inside of Helldivers 2 and there is some stuff to talk about. As the major order is making its progression, we're due to complete this in around the next day, which I did not expect to see whatsoever. Nonetheless, we have also got some stuff to talk about with regards to new blog posts that are making their way into the rankings over the next few weeks and a new update patch that we were expecting yesterday but is likely to be next week or even at worst case the week after. But we've got some information coming from Twinbeard with that one as well. So if you haven't already, make sure you're hitting that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be so greatly appreciated. And if you haven't already, check out our sponsor Gamer Subs, where today at 3 PM CST our Black Friday sale goes live. Now you can join the club and get a free Mile High Club waifu with any purchase of a GG tub, whether that's energy or caffeine free, plus tons of awesome merch such as a carry-on backpack and a neck pillow to travel in style. You got it, in the clouds. We've also got 2 new creator flavors coming out in their energy drink, and if we keep on this trajectory, we may even get our own flavor coming to the channel itself. It's a no-brainer. Go and support, click the link in the description, get your supplements a little bit cheaper today and use code CLOUDPLAYS at checkout for that cheeky discount. That being said, let's dive on into Helldivers and see what's happening. So starting off, we are in the Helldivers 2 companion app where we're taking a look at the major order because I think my communications were a little bit janky yesterday, so my apologies. It's been a very long few days, but nonetheless, we have got to choose one of 3 options from the major order. We have got 50 million kills using the Stalwart machine gun or the heavy machine gun. Now, I think we can eradicate out the heavy machine gun at this stage. It's going to take apparently a week and 23 hours to complete that if we start going at the numbers that we're going at the moment. So the heavy machine gun is never going to bring in the amount that we want it to. That's not going to happen. But at the moment, the battle seems to be between the Stalwart and the machine gun, where the machine gun seems to be taking priority. Now, a lot of people are confused as to why, because they have a bit more of a preference towards the Stalwart, myself included. It's a lot more fun to utilize, although the machine gun is one of the first stratagems that you actually unlock. So realistically, every single person in the game has the machine gun, no matter what stage of the game you're actually at. So the likelihood is that this is going to win, and it doesn't genuinely prove anything. So I'm not too sure what this major is here to do and what it is actually meaning to spell out towards the development team. I have no idea, but this is not going to help them towards any sort of numbers. So I'm kind of hoping that it's not going to lean towards any sort of balance patch with regards to the LMG usage, because this major order ain't going to show nothing. But we are making some decent pace, and the fact that we're able to do this in such a great period of time is quite an interesting feature. The machine gun right now is going to take 1 day, 22 hours to complete, with around 4 days left on the major order. It's about half the time, so we can complete that one relatively quickly. And the Stalwart is on 2 days and 23 hours, so there's about a whole day difference. But which one is it that's going to win? Let me know your opinions in the comment section below. I think it'll be an interesting feature. Nonetheless, though, we're inside of the Discord now, where Twinbeard has been talking yet again. I absolutely love this guy. He's so forefronting. It's absolutely incredible. But we have got to talk about some things with regards to updates. Now, there is going to be some ways that they are communicating quite a lot. Now, somebody was asking if there was going to be anything big coming before the Christmas break, which we all know happens at around mid-December and will probably run towards the end of January, maybe even into February. I don't know the official dates for the holidays in Sweden, but I know full well that they really enjoy their longer breaks, so we may well see a bit of a time lapse on that one and a bit of a worrying factor of lack of content, which we're already suffering from now. But Twinbeard responds with, come on now, you know I can't answer this in detail. Hypothetically though, if nothing at all happened until next year, it would mean that, what, 2 to 5 months without any updates, which would be a fairly big step away from our content cadence historically. So the likelihood is that we are aiming to receive something before Christmas, and with the basis of about 4 weeks away, the likelihood is that within the next 2 weeks we shall experience something quote-unquote big, or at least that's how we're looking at it. I don't want to overhype this by any stretch of the imagination, because we all know, based on the escalation of freedom, that something big might well be just a giant balance patch sheet where they just alter a load of the weapons that we've already got. So that could be a disappointing factor on its own. But in other talks with regards to the blog posting and the content that they're wanting to update and release, again, I'm hoping before Christmas. It'd be cool to see that sort of stuff, although it's not really going to be likely. Twinbit states right here, the blogs are usually published on blog.playstation.com, but some might be published here as well. There are at least 2 in the making, one of which is to be released fairly soon. So at least we know that there is going to be some sort of blog posting that's going up relatively soon. And I'm hoping this is around the same time that we receive some big update. Again, I'm quotating it mainly because I'm always going to be skeptical on the way that content is perceived in this game. It doesn't always have the greatest sort of reputation when it comes to actually updating the game and bringing out quote-unquote new content. I know, I'm quote-unquoting a lot today. I don't really understand it. Now, not only that, but he also got into some conversations in the Discord with regards to loadouts, because a lot of people have been talking about the loadouts mechanism and wanting to have loadouts in the game. Now, at the point in time, the way that this game is operating, I think loadouts is like really low down on my listing, and I don't really think that it's going to really get bumped up anytime soon until we start seeing some new stuff. We did do a poll on the channel. We're going to show you the results to it in just a moment, but nonetheless, he responded to them right here stating, yep, we've said in the past that there are 2 reasons why we don't have the loadout system. One, bandwidth, technically, when we were overwhelmed around launch, and the reason that you mentioned that there was a concern about what items would be used, etc. It's no secret that we've since moved away from that. Today the game is more fun, much more healthy, and regards to weapon and equipment, anything goes really. So from the standpoint, there is a less concern, I'd say, and that was pretty much a bit of a walk around. So just to confirm it, he actually posted up something else right here that states, safe loadouts are being discussed. They went from no to maybe to plausible, so no ruling that out. So now that they're in a plausible state, I'd say that at some point next year you may well get your loadouts, which would probably be a really good time scaling, because hopefully by then we'll have some viable content releases, or at least some insight on how they're going to release content in the future. Because if they keep releasing the content the way that they are in this game right now, and I know a lot of you guys are calling me out on a basis that we're not happy enough and we can never be pleased, but at the moment, it is a monotonous cycle. Now, for an average gamer and a casual gamer, it may well be still quite a lot of fun. But for people who play on a daily basis, or people like myself who do it for a job, it's a really difficult thing to be able to just consistently helldive. Hence why you're starting to see a couple of other games here on the channel, which is why we've got the second channel going on. The content just isn't enough to keep you going, and that's my honest and truthful opinion. And an interesting one as we move into the festival season of jolliness and joy. Somebody actually asked whether the Helldivers genuinely celebrate Super Christmas, or Christmas has been banned by Super Earth, because no matter how we look at it, it is a human race. And Twinbeard responded with something completely undemocratic, and I'm extremely disappointed in you, Thomas. I'm extremely disappointed. But he states right here, I think we do. I feel like I should know this for certain, but to be honest, I don't. If we don't, however, well, I guess that you will have to officially brand me as a rebellious or even undemocratic. Now, if they do celebrate Christmas, then why are we not able to inside of the game? Can we please celebrate Christmas? I think that would be an absolute load of fun if we had like some Christmassy concepts. I saw a comment the other day actually where people were talking about having Terminists running around with Christmas hats to make things hilariously funny. I think it would be quite a cool little feature, man. It's not necessary, but it is fun, and it is just a bit of jolliness during the holidays. Nonetheless, though, we did ask you guys quite an interesting question over on the community page, and stating that now we're in the quiet period, what big thing would you guys want to see next? Now, we gave you 3 options out of things that we know are in the works or being spoke about. We haven't included a lot of different things, and I'm aware, but we wanted you to pick one, mainly because Helldivers and Arrowhead don't normally update the game to a basis of receiving all 3 in one go. So again, in the comments, you guys got quite janky that I didn't give an option to 1 and 2, or 2 and 3, or all of the above. But we're working this on Arrowhead's basis, okay? They generally do one thing at a time. That's the truth. But it states right here, as Helldivers is in its dead quiet period, what big thing would you like to see next? And we gave weapon customization, new mission types and biomes, and the Illuminate. And the record on this of 16,000 people voting was genuinely so close, I was actually quite shocked. The Illuminate right now have become quite a weird basis of people that kind of want to have that come, but I think it's been hyped up so much that we now don't even believe that they exist anymore, so we're giving up hope with it, and maybe that's what they're wanting. Nonetheless, new mission types and biomes holding that 38% as well as the Illuminate, which I think are probably the more important key feature for me. The weapon customization would be cool, but I think that we'd need more weapons and more things to do to make those viable, if that makes any sense at all. I personally wrote down the new mission types and new biomes. I'm happy to use all of the weapons that we've got, the stratagems that we're utilizing now and all of the above, as long as I can play some new styles of mission and some new biomes. I think that it keeps the game interesting and it keeps the game fresh. The weapons, the war bonds, they don't keep the game fresh. They just give you a reason to log in maybe for a few days to get the medals and then get back off. Having some new biomes, having some new missions, updating the storyline alongside it would really give this a brand new lease of life. That's my honest opinion. If you haven't voted already, head to the community tab. It is over there. But moving into your top comments right here, we have got some interesting ones indeed. This first one right here states, you need to stop saying loads of new content at the start of every video because there's nothing new. It's the same BS every video. Now, at the moment, what we are trying to do is obviously keep you updated with what communications we're getting from Twinbeard, from B-Vitamin, from Peter Stead and stuff like that inside of the videos. The main reason for it is because there's not a lot going on, but not only that, they don't post up communication very often, so we try to use this as a central hub so that you've got all the information that you need all in one place and you can just come here daily and see what they've been saying, or at least that's where it's going at the moment while we're waiting on new content. As far as the loads of new content, it's just a force of habit. When you roll into an intro every single day, it is really difficult to get out of a cycle. We have tried to today, so I can apologize for that one. But this next one right here states, Cloud, it's 500 million for one of them. Option 1, option 2, and option 3. Okay, well, not only did I mess up, but you messed up as well, my friend, because it's not 500 million, it's 50 million. Eat those apples. And finally, we have this one right here that states the regular machine gun is probably also helped by the fact that it is literally the first ever single stratagem you get. Like, everyone and anyone who has joined the game recently definitely has it. And that was what I was getting at earlier. It's such an early usage stratagem that you guys are all going to be using that thing to try and help and push your way through this major order. So it's bound to be the winner, or at least in my head, that's how this is going to pull out. If this doesn't happen that way, I'll be gobsmacked and I'll feel like you're all just purposely going against me. But I think that the machine gun is going to be the one that makes itself a winner. Nonetheless, that's unfortunately we got time for today. Thank you so much again for watching, guys, and all your support during this lull period. I know it's been a bit difficult, and we are posting up some other games at the moment, so if you're getting notifications for videos you don't want to see, all I can do is apologize. Hopefully you'll stick with me. We are keeping up with the Helldivers daily content as well, so make sure you stay tuned for those. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, appreciate your faces, and as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.